Welcome back to SwitchCorner, my name is Alex and today we're taking a look at my favourite deals coming in under $10 or your local currency, and I'm covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. Now the blockbuster sale that ended today, I thought it would be real slow on the eShop, but yeah, not the case at all. A huge week for deals, with the majority of today's video being at new all-time low prices. So hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here, join our growing family, and let's get started. So 15 games for you all today, but before we do that, we do have a giveaway for you all. That is going to be 2 copies of Fort Triumph, thanks to the team over at All In Games. It's a fantasy turn-based tactics entry and a very good time. Now all you need to do to enter, drop a comment down below and the winners, they'll be announced in next week's video. First up for the week then, we've got Children and Morta. Now this one, it's been long celebrated since release, and it's not just because of the fantastic gameplay contained, but the fact they've just supported it consistently with free upgrades. And I'm talking like big upgrades here. I'm talking a new campaign with similarities to a Hades setup, systems, items, objectives, just all sorts. The core game though, a roguelite story-based experience. You'll be controlling what is a family of heroes guarding Mountain Morta against ancient evil. Now in this one you've got 7 playable characters, local co-op, stunning pixel work, and yeah, just overall real good stuff. Now it's not an easy game at all, but a great time and you'll easily get your money's worth, especially with this new low of 61% off. Sci-fi fans and Relicta. Now this, it's a first-person puzzle experience with some similarities to Portal, which no doubt influenced it, but it instead bases itself all around magnetism. So think positive and negative, you need to solve puzzles by moving these blocks around the world. I reviewed it here on the channel, I will link that down below, but I will say it has its issues definitely. They're easier to forgive though with this new low of 50% off. Now problems wise, the physics, they can at times get a little bit weird with the cubes not acting, you know, like you would expect them to. And then the story, it's surprisingly adult, which is fine by me, but it feels just a little, I guess, forced and unnatural. Puzzle fans though still consider it holds some seriously challenging moments and decent mechanics. Fury Unleashed then is another challenging one, another roguelite as well, but it's combining the concept with the world of run and gun gameplay, and it's particularly strong when you play it in local co-op. Now I think the highlight with this game though, it's not necessarily the story, but just I guess the idea. You're inside a comic book jumping between the world of the characters, but also then the creator, and it leverages this for some real nice like visual effects. The controls here are solid though once you get used to them. The gunplay is definitely powerful, and then there's some real strong just like boss moments to tackle with some creative weaponry as well. It's a new low price again here with 60% off. Aggelos then is a great retro-styled Metroidvania. It's that, you know, 16-bit style. The idea, it's not story-heavy, but you're protecting this world from invading forces. They all happen to be from another dimension. 2D in design, but it's packing a ton of secrets to uncover. You'll be naturally learning new skills along the way. You'll be picking up equipment. And yeah, if you want some old-school combat exploration and boss moments, then I think this is going to be worth the investment, because it's just getting crazy cheap at this point, rocking a new low here of 85% off. That means we are nearly now at the lowest price it can possibly go in the US and Canada. Alright, so while I'm on the super budget side of things, Figment is here with a new low of 88% off, and it's a personal favourite. It's absolutely respected, but it can always get a little extra love, and this sort of discount may be the way to do that. Now the idea, you'll be working with Dusty and Piper. You are someone's inner voice, so you are exploring their mind, and they are being overrun now with what are, I guess, like negative thoughts. It's taking the form of creatures though. Dusty here was once the voice of courage, and now you need to get this back by solving puzzles and pushing them back. It's good fun, really unique, and a beautiful looking game as well. Keeping this quick then, because it is an acquired taste but in other waters. Now I say acquired taste here quite a lot. I want to protect everyone from spending money on games they may not enjoy. This one though, it may actually be the definition of acquired taste. It's an adventure experience, incredibly slow paced, beautiful to look at, but it's basically dots on screen and you'll play an artificial intelligence guiding a xenobiologist through an alien ocean. Now I reviewed this one, so check that out if the description today piqued your interest, but it is a new low then as well at 40% off. They bleed pixels now, and we're definitely changing up the pace. An ultra-violent beat-em-up platformer, it's inspired by Lovecraft, and you'll take on the role of an anonymous student at an academy for troubled young ladies, and you have a curse that is transforming you into what is a clawed demonic form. It's gonna demand some like Twitch style skills from you, so think pixel perfect platforming, but I love this game. It has difficulty options, though I will say it's still never easy. There's achievement style badges to collect, there's online leaderboards for speedruns, and yeah, well worth it if you want something that will stress you out, absolutely guaranteed, but the reward in the end makes it absolutely worth it. 87% off though, it's a great deal, and it's only the second time we've ever seen this price. Limbo then is from Playdead, and it is a masterpiece. We'll talk about the follow-up next, but for the third time we are seeing 80% off, and that is more than fair. Now, it's a puzzle horror adventure. I don't want to give anything away with this one, it's too good not to have, you know, that kind of almost first experience. So I'm going to be sticking with the eShop description today, and that is, uncertain of his sister's fate, a boy enters Limbo. Great game, stunning design, and honestly, an absolute masterpiece. The follow-up game then was Inside, and just as much of a masterpiece, also matching the low price for the third time. It's rocking here at 75% off. It is the newer game, hence the price bump you're seeing, but they continue to grow just their incredible design and storytelling skills. In this one, story, hunted and alone, a boy finds himself drawn into what is the centre of a dark project. Alright, so not a perfect game here, but MotoGP 20, it's here rocking 80% off. There's a new entry out already. I also called it slightly above average in the review, I linked that down below, but do remember, I was then talking about a game at 50 bucks. This, it's just such a big jump, I think it's definitely worth taking a look. Not going to blow your mind or anything, but if you fancied a bit of bike racing, and a road-based one that is, not say, you know, like Monster Energy, then it's not a bad pickup. There's no online play, not that it would matter this long after release, so come here for career mode and single races. It also, I will say, suffers docked from disconnected looking shadows. It gives the bikes almost a floating look. Play it handheld though, weirdly, and that issue is then resolved. Check out my full review though if you're considering it for a full breakdown. A long way down then is here with a 75% discount, a new low price, and it's a deck builder roguelite challenging you in making your way through a dungeon, determining your own path. Now, I didn't review this one myself, but being a deck builder, it is pretty in-depth with its, you know, systems, so I've linked a review from Luke over at Star Wars Shovelware, who put out a very detailed breakdown and just gave you a good idea of how, you know, it all works, and it's also going to be a good one for those new to the genre. A quick self-plug as well then, with the mention of Luke. He is one half of Xbox Corner, a new channel where we cover reviews, deals and Game Pass breakdowns, so I've linked that down below. Also then I do have PlayStation Corner as well, same deal but without the Game Pass coverage. Again, both of them, you'll find them in the pinned comments. We're into the final 3 games of the week then, and we're starting with Biped, a big fan of this one. It's solo play or co-op as well, the latter being the better option, but you'll control 2 robots exploring and saving a world. It's got a seriously almost Pixar look to it all that I absolutely loved. The robots have a ton of charm to them, the puzzles are solid, it's also challenging, so don't let those visuals deceive you, and it's the controls here that are like the real winner. You use each stick you see to control a leg each, and it's just all very cool. It's also a new low then, with 51% off. Our penultimate game of the week then, that is Aerial Knights Never Yield. It's an auto runner, and it is, as a genre, honestly one I've always been a sucker for. I find there's something incredibly addictive about it all, where this one is different though. It tries to add a story. Now sadly that story misses, but there's still some cool set pieces in here and moments. I reviewed it though, as always, that is linked down below, but just be warned with it. While it's still decent, you can expect some minor frame rate issues towards the end game, and the environments, they can definitely get a little bit like repetitive. The real winner with this one, it's got to be the soundtrack though. It is stunning and well worth a listen, even if you don't pick up the game. It's a new low price then, with 25% off. So our final game of the week then, that is Gods Will Fall. It's 60% off, and it's brought this one sub $10 for the first time. Now, as a warning, there is a deluxe edition. It adds in what I'd call worthwhile DLC. Think new weapons, gods, a few other pieces, and it is only a few more bucks. And my suggestion, compare them, work out which one's going to be for you, and, you know, make your decision from there. The core game is solid though. 8 warriors, they wash ashore. It's got a Celtic theme to it all, and it's off to war you go basically against these gods. It's a roguelike though, so die, you know, a new band of warriors washes up ashore and it's time to try again. The main thing I didn't like with this one, your warriors, the weapons, they are auto-generated, so it can almost go against you, and I would have preferred more choice in this moment. That said though, like, this is a fantastic price, and I know there's like a lot of fans out there of this one, so it's definitely worth a look. And that's another week down then. Remember to drop a comment down below for your chance to win 1 or 2 copies of Fort Triumph from All In Games. With that then, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.